Yeah, no, I'll just set it up real quick. So I will say I had some different thoughts about this earlier in the week. I've changed my thoughts. I've walked it back because so people have probably seen Shill Gates on Twitter, who has kind of gotten into the Pulse Chain and Hex community and really enjoyed it. He's been sounding off about it, really loves it, waving the flag, excited to find a community like this. He's never found one before like this in crypto. He was just on with Access Alive the other day and Crypto Coffee in the same day. I think I saw he was doing a Spaces with Wild SJ or something tonight on Twitter. So yeah, the guy gets it. He's into it. It's cool to see all that. And then there was like some drama that maybe he accidentally stoked the flames of a little bit here and there, but there's a lot of dissenting opinions. Basically, he was, according to him, given or something two Trezors from the company Trezor, the hardware wallet, to review and give away. Okay. Inevitably, especially from this community, which I don't think that this is a bad thing. I know that there was some angling like, see, this is what's wrong with the Pulse Chain community. I don't think there's anything wrong with this, but a lot of people are coming out like, I wouldn't accept a Trezor from a person I don't know on Twitter. And I 100% concur with that. But that's not just for him. It has nothing to do with Shill Gates or the man behind Shill Gates. Yeah. I wouldn't buy one off Amazon. Crypto Security 101 is like, get it from the dealer, basically. And, even then, I mean, there's always things that could happen, but that's pretty much, Crypto Security 101. So, I didn't see everything some people said. I'm sure there were some nasty, ignorant people and stuff like that. But to get upset because people are saying it's not a good look to be reviewing a Trezor and then giving it, like, what does that mean? So you're opening it up. What are you doing with it? And then you're giving it to somebody else. Regardless of that, I'm not going to get into commentary on Shill Gates. I don't have anything negative to say about him. I thought it was really good that not that this is why he did those 2 interviews to like clear the air. I think he just wanted to talk about Pulse Chain. Access and Coffee wanted to talk to him about it. It's a good networking opportunity, and I enjoyed hearing the guy actually speak on the air. The Twitter stuff sucks. It happens to everybody. It is what it is. But we wanted to talk about it more as a general thing, as a practice, like, even if it's being given to you, Ledger, Trezor, whatever it is, hardware wallet, don't accept it from somebody you don't know. Even I wouldn't buy it even from like an Amazon or something, or a wholesaler. But yeah, what do you have to say about that, Ewok?
So the original thing was he was given one to review. He was given one to give away. So the one that was being given away was an unopened one, parent, whatever. And he did get some pushback. I think Papa B was one of the ones, he's our resident security guy who kind of laid into him a little bit. And, obviously the guy got his feelings hurt. He meant well. I think he was just trying to help somebody out. But obviously from where not realizing that no one knows you. First of all, I mean, I think that's number one. No one knows who you are, what your intentions are. They could have been purist and honestly just trying to help somebody out, but nobody knows that. And honestly, it doesn't matter. You have to be extremely careful. You only get these things from the dealer, nowhere else. Don't buy on eBay. Don't buy on Amazon. Don't buy any reseller. Honestly, I wouldn't even take one from somebody that you're friends with. Right. Because you never know. You honestly have to treat these things like they already have $10 million on them before you even set them up. And that's the posture that you need to take. You have to realize that, in a couple of years' time, this thing could grow to value. And then guess what? Somebody had compromised you before you even started. And they're just waiting. They don't mind playing that waiting game down the road. So just, again, be very, very cautious, very, very careful. If anybody tries to give you one, thank them, but no thank you kind of thing, and move on. Again, if you need one, they're not that expensive. Get it direct from the factory. You and I both recommend Trezor over Ledger. There's been some Ledger issues recently where there are possibly back doors, things like that. Who knows? They could be in Trezor too. We don't know. But there have been people very vocal about ledgers and some of the back doors that could be left open. It's just extremely concerning. So again, the guy meant well, and unfortunately, like you said, after listening to him this week, I think he realized that he took it personally. He meant well, but he understood where people were coming from as a protection. Hey, we're looking out for our own here. Don't take it personal. No offense to him, and I think he understood that. It did get blown out of proportion. At first he started blocking people, and then he said, listen, I slept on it. I unblocked everybody that I blocked. I shouldn't have done it. I understand what's going on. You guys were just concerned for the safety, the security posture, all that good stuff. And it was handled very well after a day or so. I'm actually impressed with, the people that kind of, kissed and made up afterwards that were possibly involved. They weren't calling him a scammer at all. So it worked out well.
I am surprised that he got his feelings so hurt about it because I don't know. To me, it was pretty clear. Like, and I'm not saying anything about his intentions, just on principle, like you said, that's just something that no one should do. I'm not saying about offering one. If you want to offer one, whatever, but I would never accept one. And what I think is really unfortunate was, even if maybe it was a moment of weakness, but like Shill Gates or anybody else taking the opportunity to be like, see, this is this pulse chain community, man. We get somebody new in and we chase them right out. It's like, this is a security thing. This doesn't have anything to do with like, welcome to the ecosystem. That's fine.
Right.
But, and honestly, that's a failure of every other crypto ecosystem if you wouldn't call that out. I mean, what are you doing? It's just not, again, I don't mean calling out Shill Gates for offering it. That's fine. But just more so cautioning or protecting other people. It's just a general practice. It's just something you don't do. I see like condom references and stuff in here. Exactly the same thing. Like, it's just as a practice, like, well, she's clean. There's never been any, there's nothing wrong with her. She told me she's a virgin, whatever. I mean, yeah, well,
and if you are going to give away and you do want to give something away, try and work out a deal with the company to where maybe you could pay for it and they will ship it from their facility. A lot of times they will work something out where you can make that happen instead of, sending it to you and then you sending it to them. So,
yeah.
Are you laughing at this?
Yeah, I knew somebody would like that. But yeah, it's a principle thing. That's all it is. And for Shill Gates to take it personally is unfortunate. I don't think there's any reason to do that. And that's ultimately a choice for people. I mean, if you want to, get like that about it, that's on you to get. But again, he walked it back. And again, Twitter sucks for those kind of exchanges.
Yeah, sure.
That's why I don't really use it in that way. And it was good to hear him be interviewed, then after that. So
yeah, it was good to see everything was smoothed over and all taken care of. So
yeah.
But the reason we brought it up was just to remind people of the posturing, of the security portion of it, and to just be extremely careful. We are getting into that part of the cycle where prices are going to go up, things are going to become valuable quickly. So just use common sense. Don't click on stupid links. Don't open dumb things. Don't try to cash in airdrop tokens that you have no idea what they are. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways that scammers can get, they can try to have you test a new game and you download that software. There are so many ways. Maybe we'll spend some time next stream talking about them, but it never hurts to remind people of their security and how careful that you really have to be, because as you get better at this, you're going to get more comfortable and things are just going to start clicking, click, 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 like what you're doing.
Right.
Until one click is a whoops, and that can be it, man. That can be it.
Oh yeah.
So you have to be extremely careful.
And I've never done it, but I mean, like that, I go quickly when I do things sometimes, and that's why I like favorite what I know are the correct sites. I make sure that I have the little favorite blue star lit up in my Chrome bar at the top when I go to certain stuff. I go individually to pulsechain.com to get the bridge every single time and download it. I mean, yeah, you got to be very, very careful. So,